In this video, it is our bi-weekly co-working session, and this is your time to hang out with someone or someones and get some work done. I found over the course of the last year or so, I work better when I think, even if I'm deluding myself. No, when there's someone working like in my vicinity, even virtually. I watch a lot of live streams and I work while they're talking or while they're working. So it's helped me. So I thought I would return the favor and give an opportunity for those of us who don't always get a chance to do it. So let me start some music. Oh, before we get started, one moment. Okay, there we go. I realized my fan was on. What I'm going to do tonight is kind of a combination of things. Right now I'm cleaning off my desk because I'm going to plug in my heat gun and I don't want any stray papers flying about. And so we're going to clean up these papers over here and plug in my heat gun or my hot glue gun, and we're going to try a technique that I think it was Shabby Dabby Duda, I can't think of her name, that was using hot glue to make wax seals. So we're going to try our hand at that, and if it doesn't work, I'll probably just throw them in my little hot glue pot and use them for when I do floral stuff. So here's me just trying to clean up my desk a little bit so I have space for said hot glue gun. And I got all kinds of stuff over in this little corner over here. I don't know how you guys keep your desk clean. I don't. I try. I really try, but it does not work. But while we're waiting for the heat gun to heat up, I'm going to cut out some ephemera because I ran out of ephemera, so I printed off a bunch more. And where did that bin go that has all of my tags in it? I don't know, so we'll just put them there. And this needs to go in here. So what are you going to be working on tonight? Let me know in the comments or in the chat, depending on if you're watching this live or if you're hanging out with me on a replay just to see what I get myself up into, or you like the music, because the music that I play is a playlist that I created that has Creator Mix, which is D. Nimmin and Nick Nimmin. I don't know how these men find time to do all the things that they do, but hey, I found my glue eraser. I was looking for this. Okay, tidied up. Wow, okay, that wanted to fall. That's okay. And while I have my hot glue gun out, I'm going to fix this pad because it wanted to fall out. So I'm going to fix it with some hot glue because I need to get rid of the hot glue that's in there. And the easiest way to do that is to pull it out or push it on through. So there we go. No stray paper. Well, this is a tag and another tag, so we'll put that over here. And I've got, this is just a little ceramic tile, and we'll plug this in. It takes about 10 minutes for this to heat up to a proper temp. So while this is working, we'll go through the motions and see what we got for that, and then maybe do a couple pieces of ephemera. So let's turn on the music and there we go. Set that right there. I need another desk to extend my desk. All right, so here we go. We're gonna hang out and create something cool. Hi, Catherine. I haven't seen you in a live for a while. I hope you are well. So, ew, what's all over that? That's no bueno. Well, I guess we're cleaning that out. Could I have oil or something all over my hand? We'll figure it out here. It's probably from the candles. Yep. Yep. All right. Paper towel. I don't use paper towels very often, but this is a paper towel moment. So we'll put that. We'll put this somewhere where it's not gonna contaminate things, which is usually the floor, but preferably out of my range. We're not gonna use the little pot. Oh, it might be from these ones. But we are going to use the little presses. That's like a damask thing. And this is a living tree. That's the spoon that goes with that. And these are melts. Another tree. Oh, it's different. So there's that. I wonder if I have a bolt that will fit into these. There's a heart. And something love. With love. And a bee. It's a bee. And a rose. And I need to wipe this off. But these are all different melts. And then there's this, which I don't know what this is. But it's all boiling. Oh, they're envelopes. Well, that's kind of cool. I'm going to let this sit for a minute. So it says time flies. These will be cool for a journal. So put them down there. And then I got this as a gift from one of my viewers a long time ago, and I've never used it. I opened it up to see what it was, and that's as far as I got. So what do we got on here? This says Hogwarts. That's cool. Probably won't use the Hogwarts one, but I can use this handle. Put that there. And these are little wax sticks. So, and this is a little spoon that's supposed to go, there we go. Oh, I get it. Okay, there we go. And this is a little envelope. That's one of the patterns that I'm working on right now is coin envelopes, because I need to make some. We're not going to put this back in this bin because it needs to be wiped down, and we'll wipe all this down better, and then this is going straight into the bin because there is no rescuing that. At least not with my patience, which is pretty much nil. Well, good luck on your quest. Now I have these coins, and these are more Hogwarts. These are Hogwarts coins. I got these at one of the Comic-Cons that I went to many years ago, and I was going to use them in an art project, and I never did. So that says Hogwarts, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Gryffindor. So it's got Hogwarts and Slytherin. So it says Hogwarts on one side, and then it has the Hufflepuff. So what I was going to do is I was going to put these in a pattern, what do you call it? A mold maker, and then make a mold, and then excuse me, and then make like the press out of it, or make more coins out of it with, so I don't know how these ended up in there. These are supposed to be over in my resin stuff, in my casting, because I have silicone casting stuff. So we will put them right there, and that's where they'll go. And let's see if this is hot enough to fix the stamp. Let's see. Are we dripping? Yes, we are. Okay, so I'm just going to fix this stamp real quick. Well, we have the hot glue. I was going to do it last time I had the hot glue out, and I forgot. Okay. And I got this stamp at Creative Reuse here in Austin, and I brought it home and it fell apart. So it's an ombre stamp, so I got it for 50 cents, so I can't complain. There we go. Now it should stay, but I don't know if I'll ever, that was so fun. You can just take your stamp and go all over the place, and then it'll be all shades of those colors. So there we go. Whoop. Let's make sure we don't have glue in the way. There we go. And Hero Arts is traditional, from what I understand. This is waterproof for watercolor and markers, dries permanently and quickly on most papers, raised pad surface, inks, any size stamp. So this might be a solvent based, or at least a hybrid, because it says fade resistant on glossy papers. So I don't know, we'll try it out. Hero Arts is one of the vendors that I'm looking at carrying when I get my shop started. because I am not a scrapbooker, but I like a lot of ink pads, I like a lot of the stamps, I like a lot of the things, but I'm also looking at creating my own stamps so I don't have to worry about angel policies and stuff like that. Because the way I do things is a lot different than a lot of people do things. Okay, so this is a little, you put the tea light underneath here and then you put your little things in here like that. We're not going to be using that tonight. We're going to be using hot glue. If you have one of these, be careful. This gets very hot, and don't burn yourself, please. So I'm going to set this down with the candles because that's where it goes. And then I've got these glue sticks. I got them on Amazon. These are glow in the dark, so that would be fun. But these are all different colors. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a tray and a piece of parchment. So let's get this out of the way and this out of the way. I'm so grateful I finally got that fixed. And I'm going to go grab a tray, maybe. If I have a tray cleaned off, let's see. Let's see what we got. Yes, we do. I've got a tray that's just filled with art papers waiting to go into journals and other art projects. So I'm going to take that tray out, maybe one of these live streams that we do here. And I'm going to see if I have a bolt that will fit in here. I don't know. Let's put that down. We don't need the coffee stain paper. There's a little envelope or a little bag. Okay. There we go. So this is how I dry my coffee stain paper. That's why I had coffee stain paper underneath here. Is I spray everything in my trays and then I lay them out on the tray kind of in a circle so they don't stick together. All right. Probably not do the with love thing. So let's see, where are my screws? They are over here in the screw bin. I've got these ones too. These ones might work. I don't know. Let's try them. These are my antique or vintage bolts that I got. They've got square bolts and then a flat head. Are these going to be big enough? Nope, too small. How about this one? These I think are all the same size. Okay. Probably nothing in the other one either because these are bigger than the ones in the other bin. I've seen, yeah, I watched, what's her name? Tina, I think it is. Tina from Shabby Dabby Dia gave me this, reminded me that I had these. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I think I have some of those. Let's see. I don't think this is going to work either. Nope, too small. I might have some downstairs in the garage. Those are really little. I wonder, hang on. I have one more place to check. That's upstairs. I have a bin that's supposed to go downstairs. I have one more place that I can look real quick to see if I have any hardware up here that will work. Because I have? Oh, there's Chicago screws in here. Probably should go through this before I bring it downstairs. I don't think I do. I thought I might have a bolt in here. Yeah, it's just a bunch of screws and a bunch of pipe holders. And the one bolt that I have is the same size that I already have. Okay, that's fine. We have 3. Excuse me. And then, oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna get I have parchment pop-up sheets. I wonder if foil sheets would work. Let's try. We'll get a parchment sheet here. This way, yeah, open it up. Come on, baby. I get these at Dollar Tree. And I like them because sometimes the big sheets are just too much. And also, these are white. These are bleached, so I don't buy very many of them. I used to have a roll of white parchment, but I don't know where that went. And I also used to have a roll of wax paper. Ooh, almost spilled my water. Okay, let's crumple this up and then uncrumple it. And then lay it out flat. And then like that. And then what we can do is take a couple of drops of alcohol ink, like that, and like this. And we'll take it. We'll just take this dauber because it's handy, and we'll kind of blend this out. Kind of losing the teal in there. Let's kind of blend it in. There. Now, put that there. Pick these off. Actually, let's take a little bit of the teal and see if we can kind of make some of that kind of, oh, that's cool. Well, that's taking it all up. I don't want to take it all up. Good evening. Let's just kind of dribble this around and just let it do its thing. I just have an idea that maybe the hot glue will pick up the color. There we go. I'm gonna hit this with a hair dryer on cool, mind you, just so it dries a little bit, maybe moves around a little bit too. Okay, I'm back. I figured since, well, jeepers. I figured since I had my microphone muted, I might as well get a sip of water. And if you're new here, I always mute my microphone when I take a sip of water because I wear a lav mic, and y'all don't want to hear my ice clanking in my metal cup right in your ear, loud and in person. Okay. Now I think the issue is going to be knowing how much to put down. So let's do the heart first. I want to do that tree. I don't need 2 trees. I want to do the damask looking thing. There. Well, this guy needs some love. Hang on. This set screw is set a little far. Let's see if we can bring him out a little bit. Nope. He is in there. I think an Allen wrench will work better than my pliers. So let's see, is he gonna stay in there? Yeah, it'll stay. Okay. So let's test this theory out. And we're gonna put a dollop down. And crikeys, what did I do with it? Oh, it's right in front of you, Tish. Let's start with white. There we go. That's what I'm looking for, a big dollop. Uh-oh, is this not high temp? Okay. Well, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be bummed. There we go. We're going to let him sit right there for a minute. Let's see if we can... I'm kind of putting it in a ball, probably the size, even though I hate eating them, probably about the size of a lima bean. This smells like melting plastic. I suppose it's kind of what it is, but I figure I'll probably never use white. That's why I'm using it now. All right. Take it and kind of swirl it around with the tip. I might have to get... This is my high-tech gun, so I don't know why this isn't working, but... And smoosh it down. There we go. You haven't have been avoiding? Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of cool. It peeled off of there, so let's see. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because it's clear, but I'm gonna try because I'm me and it's cool. So I gotta share. Hang on, white piece of paper. There we go. So hopefully you can see that. That worked really well. Oh, now I gotta get my paint markers out. Okay. But that's that. So if you have alcohol inks, or you could probably even use, you know what, I might grab some. I have some acrylic inks, and you only have the clear glue sticks. Okay, we're gonna go a whole other direction here. My brain is, and I'm gonna grab a paint marker and we'll color that in so you guys can see the detail better. But I wanted to see how it worked. And I might just grab, good Lord. So this is on aluminum foil. This is just cheap aluminum foil from Dollar Tree. And see, it picked up the color. Oh, that looks so cool. Actually, hang on. Do I have any sparkly stuff in here? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I have things kind of stacked up in here and it's not liking that. So, what is this? That's stickles. I don't want stickles, not lunar paste. I'm gonna take some lunar paste. And is this water soluble? Okay, it is water soluble. I'm gonna grab a little brush, a little brush, a little brush. I'm so excited, can you tell? So, I'm gonna do the white one while that glue gun heats up again, because that white, now it wants to leak out, go figure. Okay, so let's just use this paper. And we'll just kind of dry brush it. Because paint markers, I have paint markers, they're just on way over on the other side of the studio because I don't use them very often. I use them mostly for highlighting and stuff like that. All right, let's take a little bit of this and we'll dry brush this. So it has a little bling to it. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, put the lid on that. We're gonna put this in the water so we can always dry it off later. But I think if you went a couple times over it, I did a couple of layers. So you can see my brush strokes. I don't like that, but there we go. Yeah, I would make up a whole like little tub of different colors, different shapes, or not shapes, but impressions. And then when you have an envelope in one of your journals, you can glue it just on the triangle flat part. And then maybe put a Velcro dot there so you can cover up your Velcro dots, or you could use a magnet, a couple little magnets and do that. I see them as a center for a fantasy flower. So instead of, let me show you. my brain is going on hyperdrive. So this is a bottle cap that I put a circle on and collage mediumed it down, but can you imagine something like that in the middle? I think that would look really cute. I mean, not on the bottle cap, but we'd put it on, maybe glue it to a piece of a tag board. Jeez, 1986 is calling Tish. Some cardstock, and then distress the cardstock, you know, and then maybe put a color behind it, and then have that be the center of one of your fantasy flowers. Oh, dun da da! Ideas. Okay. Or, I mean, for me, my ideas are plenty. Okay, let's try the white one more time. If I don't like the white, because this white is really hard to get to come out. I should have done it on the non-colored part. So I'm doing about a glue about the size of a quarter. I don't know if you can see, I suppose you can see the white a little bit better than the clear. And I'm using the tip of it to kind of smooch it around, so it's kind of circular. See, now I wonder if we were to take some glitter while this is still hot, sprinkle it on there. Oh boy, here we go. Tisha's thinking. Okay, that should be big enough. And we're gonna do the fleur de lis, or no, it's a damask. See, and I like them a little bit bigger than the circle. I like it when they leak over, because to me, it just feels like we're rich and we can afford the extra beeswax. Pinkies up, y'all. Okay, I have to try it. I'm gonna go get a little container of glitter, because I'm me. Let's see. I want to find, there is a particular glitter that I want to find, because I think it'll show up really well. Yeah, and it's cheap, so if it doesn't work, I'm not out anything. This is Dollar Tree glitter, y'all. I'm using Dollar Tree aluminum foil, cheap Amazon glue sticks, and we're gonna try some red glitter. Where'd that heart one go? I think that would be cute with the heart, if it works. I have some ultra fine too, so if this is too chunky, then we can try something else. But let's smooth this out a little bit. Do a little dance. So squishy. And this is a inexpensive, cheap not dollar store. Dollar store doesn't have these, I don't think. I've never seen them anyway. They have glue sticks, which is what we're going to switch to after this white is gone, because this is old and I want to get a new one just for the colored glue sticks. I want to have like one for each kind of color theme, I guess. Like one for blues, one for reds, one for white. All right, let's give that a push. Having a chopstick handy is great because you can just push it through. There we go. And we're gonna heat this all up. I'll leave it right there for a second. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna take just a little shake of this. Whoop, that was more than a little shake. Take this, stir it in. There we go. And then take this and press it down. You gotta work quickly. You gotta work really quickly. Okay. So the white is almost out of there. Let's grab my Dollar Tree glue sticks. There we go. Crafter's Square, $1.25 for, how many sticks are in here? 20 sticks. So it's actually a little more expensive to buy it this way, but if you only have $1.25 and you have a cheap glue gun, do it this way. But if you have a few more dollars, go to Walmart and buy some glue sticks, because they're a little bit better and a little bit more bang for your buck. I think the flower was the first thing I saw you doing. I love those and having way more than I will ever use just for just. You know what? For Easter and like spring, get one of those little faux trees and put them on a tree. You know, you can use them for home decor. That's how I learned how to make them. I made them out of wallpaper the first time, and they were really durable, but man, did they kill your hands. And they were like this big. You know, they were the size of a dining table or dining plate. Amazon has a set of 4 or 5 and a... Yeah, you can use the glitter glue, but I wouldn't use the glitter glue for anything else but this. At least the glue sticks I can use in my molds. In my silicone molds to make things. Have you ever done that? Maybe I should do that on the live stream. I was supposed to cut ephemera tonight, but then I'm like, no, let's do something fun. Like cutting ephemera is not fun for me. Okay, so that pulled up. Let's see if it pulls up from there. See, I'm gonna get, this one left a little crackle. I'm gonna get, see, and I'm wondering, yeah, see, it's not coming off of there. But the cool thing about aluminum foil is it rips real easily. So you can just rip it off. So, lesson learned, you have to have alcohol ink on the bottom for it to peel off. So peel that piece off. Hey now, why you gotta be like that? What is that anyways? Oh, it's glue. So you can just peel this, you can just like what's the word I'm looking for? And it's recyclable. So, hang on, let me get some of this off. That's kind of peeling off. Oop. So, that turned out really cute. I might, okay. Today is not a glitter day though, because I've had way too much coffee and I'm way too excited. But that, with a fine glitter, I'm going to show you guys. With a fine glitter, that would look really cool. So, I mean, you could get the glitter glue sticks. I'm not going to tell you not to. If you do get the glitter glue sticks and you use it with this, let me know. Let me know how it works. But, I mean, is it perfect? No. But it's an idea. And I can cover that with something. Okay, so I'll take that off. We're going to get another color. And we're gonna, or another ink. Hang on, I'm gonna go get some, what's it called? Oh, Lord have mercy, my brain. I call them art inks, but they're acrylic inks. And I suppose you could even use, actually, hang on. Miss Clara is talking to me from beyond. I don't know if these are will work anymore, but these are this is acrylic ink. So this is acrylic ink and turquoise deep. Actually, I've got this red. Okay, so let's do the red. I don't know, I'm just in a red mode. This is iridescent. Let's see if they actually, if they work, because I know they haven't been used in a while. So this is iridescent yellow. Well, this might not work. It might have reached its shelf life. Well, it's shaking up. Oh, you mean Dollar Tree has glitter glues? Or on Amazon? All right, well, this is an iridescent yellow, and we're gonna do this pink. My hand is starting to get sore from banging this. Maybe I should just shake it. Give me one moment. I'm gonna grab a sip of water while I'm shaking this paint up. I'm knocking stuff off my table as I go. No, you don't want to use the acrylic inks in a pad because acrylics dry solid and they won't stay suspended in the ink pad. So here I kind of tell you, get a makeup sponge, because it's not the same kind of sponge that's in a pad, but it's similar. Put a few drops of ink on it, put it in a Ziploc baggie. Don't suck all the air out of it, but just, you know, seal it down and let it sit for a week. And if you go back and it's even remotely hard, or if you're not getting the ink out of the sponge, you know what I'm saying? And I'd put more than a few drops, probably like 20. All right, let's see if we can even get this open. Oh yeah. Oh, that's really pretty. So we're gonna just put maybe. Okay, fine, we'll just dump it. I'll get my puffer out. Actually, we might just take a stick. But I've always had my sponges dry hard from these, so I would not risk putting it in. But that's me. Okay, you can see all the bubbles from. Let's just kind of pull this through like that and like that, and I'll get my puffer out and we'll puff this out. There we go. This might work, this might not work. I don't know. We'll see. It works with the alcohol ink, and in the name of science. Well, let's move this before we get it all full of red, because that's what I do. Okay, so this isn't sticking like the other ones did, and I'm making a mess, but it's me, so that's to be expected. Okay, so this isn't working like I thought it would, because this doesn't have any tooth to it. I thought crinkling it up would give it enough tooth, but we're gonna go for the big guns. I'm gonna put the heat gun, a hair dryer on low heat so it dries. Okay, so I did a whole little experiment here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff underneath it. Oh well. Well, we'll just see. Okay, puffer needs to go in the bin, so I don't, do we get the lids on these? This one I need to go hit it with a stir stick because I think the pigment is good, but the iridescent isn't coming out as much as it should. So I'm gonna have to hit it with a stick, a stir stick. All right. How'd that get so much ink underneath? Oh, because there's a rip in it. That's why. All right. This looks like a hot dumpster fire, but I have an idea. And I'm gonna push my limits here. So I'm gonna do, this is the last of the white glue stick. And these are Dollar Tree glue sticks. And I've used them before. They're inexpensive and they don't, honestly, they're not the best at gluing. But for my molds and stuff, they're great. So we're gonna stick that down. There we go. Let that dry or cool. And let's do one right here. And chopstick to the rescue. Oh, that's not any good. Hang on. Well, that's why the white didn't want to go through. That's why it didn't want to go through. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to do the heart. There we go. Let's grab another one. Because I go through glue sticks like crazy. But that's why the white didn't want to go through. There's something in there. I don't want to use my mini. I have a Surebonder one that holds mini sticks like this, but the tip on it's really small. Maybe I go for the next. I just want to try this out because we got about a half hour before I need to remove myself from the situation. Got one more. This is a tree, so let's do that over here. I did the inks a little heavier than I did on that one. So let's, but this glue gun is very old, so I don't know if it's truly high temp anymore. All right, let's smush that one down. And this was the first one, so let's see if that, yeah, see that peels up. And then it peels right off. And that's kind of cool, the paint wasn't dry. So it kind of smooched out. So I'm wondering, acrylics inks are bindable or blendable. I can't tell what that says. I need to make my chat bigger. Right now it's like microscopic print. So let that dry. And I'll peel this one off. So I'm wondering if you did a thin layer of acrylic paint down on like parchment like this, or you could use aluminum foil. I like using aluminum foil for stuff like this because I'm weird. And this one had the paint spewed around too. So there's that one, and you can see the color. This is white. Hang on, you can. This one's white too. You can see the color behind it. So that's kind of cool. Are they blendable? Like you can mix the acrylic inks, but as far as they're not a true ink, they're just a really highly pigmented water. It's basically, I mean, I don't know the exact chemical composition, but that's basically what I think of it as. So that one doesn't want to peel up. But, oh, I just had another idea. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. See, these ones don't dry crystal clear. That's the other thing I don't like about the Dollar Tree ones, is they got kind of a matte tone to them. So they don't dry real clear. Let's see. Let's do another one of these heart ones on this. Right here. I could spend a whole afternoon doing this, like for real. Have a couple of glue guns going. Have a couple of sheets of aluminum foil going. I think I have a bolt that'll fit in here, so it'll be a hand. I can put a handle on these ones because this is a bumblebee. Maybe I'll take the tree and make a couple bumblebee ones because I love bumblebees. And then this is rose, so I want to do a couple more of those yet. So let's make a bumblebee one. Let's get another glue stick, put in there, have it on the ready. Let's do that right here. So I'm just kind of stacking it up and then smooching it around in a circle. Oh, that was still wet paint right there. I guess it, you know what, the glue gun's kind of telling me, hey, that's enough glue. You're perfect, lady. Slow your roll. And I would say I'm using, trying to think of a standard size for something. I can't think. I want to do one right here. Yeah, let's do that one right there. This has got some cool stuff going on. Now this is how I do my cabochons for when I was doing acrylic pouring. I'd find what I thought would look cool and I'd dip in it. And then I put it in a bezel, put a necklace on it. See, now this is nice and clear, so I know that's still hot. And this one got a little milky, so I know this one is cool. So we're gonna peel this off. And it came off. We got a little bit of glue there, which is fine. Oh, see, that turned out really cool. All right, let's put that there. And I'll show you all of them when we get them done. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing on Saturday afternoon. Okay, so this one should be good. Peel that off. Peel this off. That's so cool. It's like colorful behind it. I wonder. Oh. So I wonder if I put Get another piece of aluminum foil. I'm gonna have like 50 pieces of aluminum foil by the time I'm done with this. Do I have, is my gold wax in here? Yes. This is it's a metallic accent cream. It's from Country Chic Paint. It's made for furniture making, but oh, it must have gotten stored upside down, which is great because that means all the stuff underneath it is going to be good. So we're going to put a little bit right here. There we go. Put that over there. And then I'm just going to take my finger and buff this around. Actually, you know what would work better? Where's my blending tools? Because it can get into those little crevasses. This fancy, super fancy tool. A Q-tip. So you just take the Q-tip and we'll kind of rub it around. Oh, it's kind of taking it off, which is what I kind of wanted to do. There we go. I wonder if I got a little bit on there. There we go. I'm getting some of the paint too, though. Okay. That's not working the way I thought it would. Let's try this. Do it some more. I think it's because it's plasticky. So I'm wondering if maybe alcohol ink wouldn't be better. So I'm going to test all the things. But if I can get the lid back on here, because we've got enough on the table, we don't need any more. I've got micas. What about Nuvo? This stuff's old. Like 2008 old. Or 2018 old. So I don't even know if it's going to be a viable product at this point. But we're going to try. It just needs a few drops of water, I think. But let's try it. I've had this stuff forever. It's kind of fun to play around with. I think we're gonna have to get the Q-tip out again. Okay, this is too glittery, I think. The glitter chunks are too big. So we're gonna wipe this out. At least it sticks to the edge, so if you wanted to distress the edges, that's kind of cool. But you can't put it in the middle because it just clutters up the design. That's kind of cool though. I wonder. All right, let's try. I'm gonna go grab some alcohol ink. So I think if we put a little spritz of rubbing alcohol on there, let's see. That one's gone. I don't even know why I have that still. Let's get the soda. And since, you know, we're just doing this for science, it's not that we're going for perfection here. There we go. Where's my puffer at? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I think I like the alcohol ink the best so far. Let's see if I can rescue this one. I wonder if you coated it with collage medium or embossing. Oh, the embossing powder has to get really hot to melt, so you're just coating plastic and plastic. But if you did collage medium and then went over it with, that looks really cool actually. It covered up all the color underneath, but it rescued the dumpster fire. And it's got that cool texture now from the Nouveau. I wonder, where's my alcohol? There we go. Give it a rinse. Get some of those clumps out of there. Okay, there's my paper towel. I don't want to use my fingers for this. So okay. I'll put one drop because I messed it up. There we go. So there's that. Let's do another one that I didn't really like. Let's see if this will, we can just kind of dip it in there. That kind of works. Let's get this. That's going to melt the put that there. That's actually kind of pretty. Let's see how that dries. All right, so it's time to wrap up here, but I wanted to show you, and I need it to be a little bit more sturdy than this piece of paper. So this is just me experimenting with different things and playing. I actually think the Sharpie, which is this blue one right here, this is the Sharpie one. I colored it with a metallic Sharpie, and I don't know, I think it turned out pretty cool. Except for my big black smudge from my thumb. My hands are filthy dirty because I've been, you know, in everything. I think I might try a couple of other things, but not tonight. It's been a long day. It's time for a snack and some relaxation. I'm brushing Rhea because Rhea needs to have brushes. She sheds like crazy if I don't. So, and I haven't brushed her yet today, so it's time for some brushes. I'll be live again tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe and you'll be notified of when I go live. Until then, remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.